No, actually, I attended both Mennonite and Alliance churches most of my life. Once my husband and I got married, then we attended Christian Reformed Church, as that's the denomination that he grew up in. The thing that appeals to me most about the Anglican denomination is the encouragement to ask questions, seek discussion, and deliberate. Something else that really appeals to me is the truly diverse congregation that St. Matthew's in particular has, as this is my only experience with the Anglican Church. Regardless of your socioeconomic position or your race or your background, we have people who are immigrants, we have people who are refugees, people who are queer, people who are gender diverse. And for me, that is the true meaning of all are welcome. And many churches say all are welcome, but in my experience, very few actually live it out when the rubber hits the road. When it really comes down to it, do they actually mean all are welcome? And in my experience, St. Matthew very much means that. I think the biggest misconception that I had coming in was that Anglicanism is very old-fashioned, very staunch. What I actually found was this incredible freedom to worship within the structure and the rhythms of the liturgy. And that was something else I had to get used to too, is different language than I was used to from an evangelical church. Priest as opposed to pastor, and parish as opposed to church, and some of those things. But when I started learning about the Anglican theology and the Anglican traditions, I found a lot of peace and a lot of joy within that type of worship. When we started coming to St. Matthew, we didn't have any real idea of what we were walking into. We had never been to an Anglican church before, but our children were older teenagers at the time, and we were looking for a church that was different, a church that was truly inclusive, a church that welcomed everyone, wasn't afraid to openly say, if you are non-binary, if you are queer, if you are a woman who wants to be in leadership, you are welcome. And we welcome you and embrace that. That's what we found here at St. Matthew, the joy in being able to truly welcome everyone and be welcomed exactly as we are. And the more that I dig into Anglican theology, the more it resonates with me, and the more it has brought joy to our family and to me personally. If you're considering attending an Anglican church for the first time, just give it a shot. And I think come with an open mind, because I suspect it will probably be different than you imagine. Some of the aspects of the service may seem a little bit different than you're used to, especially if you're coming from a more evangelical style church. So sit and watch. It's okay. You will find that the church service, the parish service, is very interactive. There are responsive readings, there is singing, but then there are also times of prayer where it's actually prayer that's being led by someone, listening to both Old and New Testament passages and response to that. It's just a very peaceful and worshipful way to come into God's presence.
Cut.